To the untrained eye, you look like everyone else. But you have another side. Embrace it with a machine that's worthy of you. Stylish on the outside, savage on the inside. Legion by Lenovo, powered by Intel Core i7 processors.
Think she can't get a last-second clutch? Watch this. Think he can't carry his team while streaming in high resolution? All the while recording a once-in-a-lifetime win? Watch this. Think leveling up only happens in-game? Watch this. On Intel Core i7, they'll rise to every challenge. Now it's your turn. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
To the untrained eye, you look like everyone else. But you have another side.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Rise of Legion India League of Legends tournament powered by Intel. We are moving on to the second match for today in the round of 16s and I am Apollonia. Joined with me today is Anthracite.
Hi guys, we are officially in the second stream match of round of 16 today. First match was a really good nail-biting match, and now we have Instinct Esports versus VP Gaming, two of Bangladesh's very good teams right up there, and this is going to be a very healthy rivalry. They're friends, they've played along with each other for a long time. Both squads know each other, both squads know their strengths, each other's weaknesses. So let's see, when both squads sort of know each other's strengths and weaknesses, it becomes more sort of a mental warfare than the actual gameplay. So let's see how the picks and ban phases go. We see an Anivia, we see a Warwick, and we see Lissandra being banned on the side of Instinct Esports. They're most definitely target bans. None of these are meta champions, I feel. On the other hand, we see a Galio, we see a Zed, we see a Nocturne being banned. Nocturne is being played a lot currently in the world's group stages. Zed again, a very big threat made, and Galio is just a reliable sort of a mid laner. Instinct Esports insta-locking their Jinx. Do you think that's a good?
Alright, so like going through the bans with you, yes, I can see why they chose to ban those specific champions. Instinct Esports coming in with the Jinx first pick. So it's great when you utilize first pick as like one of the comfort picks that you want to give one of your teammates. That's a great advantage that you can have, or you can choose a highly contested pick. In this case, Instinct Esports wants to lock down on that Jinx. Possibly VP Gaming might play a Jinx, but not too sure. Morgana coming in, that's a good pick as well, because they want to play the Morgana into the Jinx. And second pick will be Lucian. It's a Lucian Morgana lane against Jinx. I think that's going to be tough for her because Morgana has that black shield, you know. It can stop her traps. It's going to be hard for her to run away from such a mobile AD carry like Lucian. And I'd like to know, what are your thoughts so far? And we see a Malzahar coming in and almost the third pick coming in from Instinct Esports.
Ooh, that's a Malzahar coming in. I honestly don't like that Malzahar pickup coming in front of a Morgana. Sort of defeats the purpose for me, but let's see how this game goes. We see a Jinx and a Braum picked up in the bot lane against a Morgana Lucian. That's a very interesting bot lane. Morgana Lucian definitely have a very high damage early game. Braum can block a lot of damage going to the Jinx from both Lucian and Morgana. So I'm just very excited to see how this bot lane goes up. High pressure situations versus a sort of safe farm lane. Meanwhile, we see a Vi being picked up. Vi again is one of those junglers which can just bring on heavy pressure. Isn't so reliant on level 6. Level 6, don't get me wrong, gives her that clickable ulti, which is a guaranteed CC. But before that, also, Vi can actually be a nuisance of a jungler. So I'm really excited to see how this goes in. There's a Wukong being banned out. It's most likely a target ban coming on the side of VPG Gaming, VP Gaming, and on the side of Instinct Esports, we see the Zerat being banned. So 3 bans focused on the mid lane right now. What are your thoughts on that?
I think the mid laner from VP Gaming is someone that we should look out for because he's getting so many bans against him. It's He's a threat. He is most probably a threat. We look at VP Gaming; they're banning out like from all over the place: the mid, jungle, top. But on the side of Instinct Esports, it's like 3 mid laners. Right there, just 3. So covered above. It is going to be a Jax. I'm guessing in the top lane. I think it was pretty bold considering that they have the last pick. They should have put Jax as the last pick, like pick the top laner last and pick the mid first because you see the Malzahar already, you know. So I'm not too sure what VP Gaming was thinking there. What do you think?
You're very correct. Honestly, they could have given top lane priority for that last pickup because now we see that Ilaoi being picked up. Jax sort of struggles a bit against the Ilaoi because Ilaoi does a lot of damage from tentacles and from the spells rather than right clicking much. But we see that Echo Jungle being picked up. A lot of people have been playing Echo Jungle right now with the 2 second CC, the 2 second stun on the W is just too much, and the shield coming out again is a lot. We also see a Taric being picked up, so that is something I'm not really sure of. We've been seeing a lot of Taric being played recently, and that's been a little surprising to me. But let's see how this game goes out. So most definitely, is that sort of a Morgana mid, or at this point I don't even know what VP Gaming is trying because I see 2 smites. Are they gonna do a double smite lane? I don't know. Or are they gonna bring that Taric mid meta from last year because I haven't seen that played in a long, long time. So, what are your thoughts on that double smite apple?
The double smite. Let's just wait till it's like 10 seconds and count down from here. We have 5 seconds left. I'm not sure if they're not. Are they actually not going to change it?
I mean, I think there's a double smite strat going in with Taric. Something I'm not really aware of. Oh, they did change it to
They
ignite
did
very
change it.
last moment. They did change it to ignite very last moment, so that means we're seeing a Taric Lucian bot lane against and Morgana going mid most probably. I would have preferred a Lucian Morgana bot lane because that just brings so much pressure. Taric again becomes a defensive sort of a support. I would like Taric for someone who it's like a late game hyper carry like a Jinx or a Zaya or even maybe something like on the likes of a Caitlyn. But Lucian is a very early game champion. He can just start snowballing early. He can just add so much pressure and he can just be ahead to finish off the game early before that 30-minute mark. So Lucian Tarek is something I'm not really convinced. But then again, we've seen a lot of surprises coming in the tournament. So, for all I know, VPG Gaming might just show me a mid Tarek. I have really no idea what's going on here, but I highly, highly doubt that. So, we see an
Mhm.
exhaust in Brom and we see 2 ignites on the side of VP Gaming. What are your thoughts on
The exhaust coming in from Brom, you know, the exhaust I feel will work really well for just the Jax. But exhaust, I think they would have done better with an ignite so that they can just clear off a kill as fast as possible. But like what you said, Lucian Morgana would have been a way better bot lane. But maybe Morgana is something that the mid laner is comfortable picking, considering that he was target banned. So the Taric and Lucian against the Jinx and Brom, I foresee it as a farming lane. It's just going to be a lot of farming until the junglers come. That's when it's going to get spicy. Echo versus Vi right now. I Echo got a good buff recently, so Echo might have the upper hand here, but it really depends. If you don't get caught in that stun, what else is Echo going to do? Because Vi straight on has really really great engage, and with the Lucian and Tarek, they could just chain CC and pop that target. So that's going to be what I'm looking forward to. As for Instinct Esports, looking at their whole team, I like their team fight potential. I like that they have the Brom front line, the Ilawi front line. You know, Ilawi has very good sustained damage. The Malzahar to stop anyone from jumping on that Jinx. And just the Echo to peel. I like their team comp. As for VP Gaming, I also like it because it's very aggressive, but I'm just a little bit worried about the damage. But remember, if Morgana does get fat from the early game, one binding, it could be over for them. Like, one binding is going to hurt the catch potential on the Morgana, the catch potential on the Vi, and the Taric, and the Jax. It's going to be interesting to see, you know, which lanes are actually going to play to their best ability. So right now we are coming out of the spectator delay. Just before we go into game, I'd like to thank everybody for watching this. Don't forget to subscribe to Legion Gaming India's YouTube channel, which is this channel you're on right now watching the broadcast. There's regular gaming content with some of the biggest names in gaming from around India, and also all the matches for the Rise of Legion India League of Legends tournament, powered by Intel. All right, so that's great. We're in the loading screen. We see a whole lot of keystones. Anthracite, please give us your insight on the keystones here, especially for the Hail of Blades Vi and the lethal tempo on Jinx.
Okay, so lethal tempo on Jinx, I've seen a lot of people play because that gives you that attack speed boost on your rockets, and it just breaks your attack speed comp on your normal auto attack. Um, what I'm surprised to see is an Ilawi with the Conqueror. I see a lot of people now play that Ilawi with Kleptomancy because it just allows you to farm and get your items so much easily. Ilawi with Kleptomancy is just free farming. Even if you steal a soul and you hit it with a W or you hit it with any skill, you do get Klepto stacks. So farming Klepto on Ilawi is not that hard. I think I personally feel Klepto is a very strong rune on Ilawi, but Conqueror does give you that ability to heal off, does give you that. So let's see how this pans out to be. Echo again with that electrocute, really high burst damage. Malzahar with Airy, I really like. From standard runes, Jax, Morgana, everything I feel is pretty standard except that Halo Blade V. I have seen a lot of people play Halo Blades V. It sort of gives you that attack speed boost to sort of burst on the W, get 3 hits of W really quick. So you can just do a burst with V really instantly when you queue in. So it's looking really interesting right now. I want to see how the laning phase pans out to be. Uh, Looking at both team comms, what lane do you think Echo should focus at?
Excellent, excellent insight. So on the topic of Echo, it looks to me that Echo will have a great time helping the Jax to camp because, you know, with that Jax stun, Echo can stack his stun. And Ilawi's biggest weakness is getting CC and not able to heal from, you know, activating her tentacles and all of that. So Echo should definitely get Jax ahead. And you know, when Jax has that push, he can 1v2 easy. And looking at this case, Jax could 1v2. Sorry, I got completely confused. Sorry. Echo is on the side with Ilawi. Okay. Vi would still serve the same purpose. You know, Vi can come in with that stun, peel the damage, and help Jax get a hit. As for Echo and Ilawi, Echo would have to be able to hit his stun on the Jax or Vi if there's a counter gank. I think, okay, I think looking at this, it's pretty even for both sides. But for the Echo, I would like to see him, you know, give Ilawi that hit start and look to make something happen in the bottom lane more than the mid lane. And yeah, we're in now in this game. Wow, you know.
We're in the game. It's pretty exciting. I was also shocked to see CJ Brightlight's Echo not being banned out. He's known for playing a lot of Echo. They've this marking ignites right now. They know 2 ignites is a lot of pressure. Okay, looking at level 1, do you think any team is going to try out some funny business at level?
Well, the level 1 Morgana, of course, has the upper hand. She can put a point in her binding. Looks like everyone will be defending the openings of their jungle. And I don't think an invade is going to happen here. Not at all. But we see a few pings coming out and Taric just flexing on everybody with the gems. Good feeling, strong feeling that both junglers will start red. it's easier for Vi to path down bottom. I wish Vi would have started at blue to try and get an early gank for the Jax, but we'll see. We'll see.
I think they want to prioritize their bot lane. They know Lucian early on deals way more damage than Jinx. Jinx is a late game hyper carry, so I think they want to pressure her. They don't want her to get that comfortable start. We see a deep ward coming in from that Malzahar, so that's definitely he will get a vision of Y doing the top red buff, and they know where she is at that point. So that's a very good deep ward being placed. Honestly, looking at the mid pickups, Apollonia, what are your thoughts on him actually picking Malzahar when you'd already seen a Morgana being picked up? You weren't sure she was coming mid or not, but in any case, what were your thoughts of picking a Malzahar once you see that Morgana being blocked?
I think it's okay because you know he can save that ultimate. He can still deal a lot of peel, and wait for that Morgana binding to be off. You know, Morgana shield. Morgana shield can only go on one of a teammates and nobody else. So I think the Malzahar pick is still pretty okay. I like the fact that he has teleport. To, you know, he's not very mobile, but he's going to utilize that teleport. And
Oh, Jack's going all in. He might deal a lot of damage, and Sword just survives on slip. Oh,
wow, it's my heart kind of just dropped. You know, it was so close for the Ilawi. She cannot disrespect Jax like that. Especially Ilawi has to utilize that E, the soul, just to get a bit of damage off onto the Jax. She got a kite back as well. Not looking very bright for Ilawi, but you know, maybe it might get better as she gets her items and a lot of that. We still see Jax giving a lot of harass. Takes a tower shot, has to back off. Vi is being kind of cheeky, you know. She's sneaking into the blue buff and probably trying to deny Echo of this. Is Malzahar going to move? Echo does get the blue buff successfully, and there's an engage.
that's an engage going in. CJ Bradley will pop his W. Won't be able to stun, but that's a lot of damage. You can tell 3 people coming in. That's a GG for Y, so I don't really know what Y was doing. She was just went there without any support, trying to invade so early on without any proper vision, and that just hurted them so much. She was able to plant a deep ward, but losing your life over it is not good.
Morgana should most definitely have followed her in because, you know, it would have been an easy kill considering Morgana's skill set. You know, I hope to see the Vi and Morgana work in terms of controlling the map because they do have that kind of dominance. Lucia putting in a lot of damage. Is Jax going to get out safe? He does because he leaps away on a ward. Good job for Jax.
Jax will get out of there really safely. Morgana starting mid lane with that corrupting potion, so you know she wants to stay in the lane for a long time. That's one thing with Malzahar. Malzahar just gives you that free lane pressure. You can just auto keep your lane pushing from E and W, and then that gives you that roam potential. So that's basically what happened last time. Morgana had that wave pushing into him. He couldn't move, but Malzahar had that mobility. Y was just too deep behind enemy lines without any protection and got punished for it.
I like the fact that Echo did show top because, you know, Jax clearly is suffering now in the CS department. All other lanes, other roles are all fine. Jax is suffering. And, you know, that is going to be good for Instinct Esports. Stopping that Jax, you know, deny him CS, deny him that safety in lane farming. Ilawi is a bully. She has to keep bullying that Jax. As long as Echo can mirror and figure out where the Vi is, just from deep wards, that's going to serve Instinct Esports a very, very good time in during the laning phase. As for VP Gaming, you know, we can see that the bot lane is one of their stronger lanes. You see, picking something like Lucian can display a lot of aggression. Lucian is a very aggressive champion. And first blood to the side of Instinct Esports. Good start for them. Not a very big gap in gold as of now.
We see Echo showing presence bot. He won't be able to land stun on a single target, and they will just be backing off from there. So looking at the team map, looking at the ward placements, we see red side has way more wards coming in. They have actually not way more, but they do have that scuttle coming in from there. So that's a really positive for them. Ilawi is sort of under level from that Jax, and Jax is actually out farming the Ilawi, so this is not what should be happening. Ilawi as a champ should be bullying Jax sort of early on, because from this point forth, Jax will put in a lot of pressure. Ilawi taking the turret into taking that medium wave into the turret, she'll be happy to clear it under the turret. Ilawi is adept at doing that. Jax will back off, get some items and make that lane interesting. Meanwhile, pings going off in the mid lane. Morgana is too pushed up. Y now finally has that breathing space. So Jax is still patiently waiting up top. Y is also waiting in the top brush. Jax going in. Will he land the stun? He lands the stun. Y follows up with the Q. They will deal a lot of burst damage. And that's a flash execute from Y. Easy kill coming in for the size of Instinct Esports, and that's VP Gaming 3-man mid. Sorry, the size of VP Gaming and the Instinct Esports 3-man mid. They really want to shut down that Morgana. They don't want Morgana farming. They don't want that threat coming on late game. But Morgana sort of walks safely from there. So was that a win situation from the side of VPG?
Yeah, for VP Gaming, that was brilliant for them. Like we did establish earlier, as long as the Jax is ahead and he can keep split pushing, it's going to be great for him because he'll be able to kill Ilawi at any point. Very, very well done from the Vi. You know, she's a level ahead of the Echo. Echo tries to engage on her. I don't think much is going to happen.
Oh, Malzahar flash ultis in. He will deal a lot of damage. Why? That's a Jinx ulti coming in from bot. He will get a kill. Morgana gets a return kill on the Echo, so that's a 1-for-1 trade. But that will open up the Dragon to the bot lane. Bot lane is also pushing in from the side of Instinct Esports. So map pressure and the global CC definitely really good. Morgana didn't anticipate the Malzahar flashing in coming in. So the E landed a little late. The shield on by landed a little late, but if it would have landed a little earlier, that would sort of had turned the tide around.
Yes, and one thing I'd like to point out is the fact that the Ocean Drake is the first dragon in the game. The Ocean Drake is normally very, very useful for split pushes and for the early game. I feel that if it's going to benefit either team because the Ilawi can be split pushing and so can the Jax. The Ilawi and Jax matchup, I feel, is that both of them, if they get a good amount of harass by watching their skill cooldowns and whatnot, they will be able to kill the other one. And the one that has that Ocean Drake will be able to regenerate much more health if they can stack it with another Ocean Drake.
Oh my god, Zahirul out steps without knowing. He will have to pop both his flash and ulti to survive. So you can't he just face checked the brush where there was a Braum and a Jinx waiting. Jinx with the E blocking his path, Braum with the ulti. So that also takes away the lane pressure, but at the same time, Zahirul just surviving with skin of his teeth via the shadow. CJ Bradlife is mid. Saber will engage. He will deal some damage. Ilawi pops his ulti. He'll also pops his E. At this point, Jax will have to back off. CJ Bradlife trying to turret down the Jax, and Echo will just deal a lot of burst damage. Will be able to kill Jax under the turret, and they will be able to get a lot of plating. Meanwhile, Y is going up mid. Morgana with a binding will almost outrange. Y will connect with the ulti. Morgana doesn't have CC to follow up. Morgana entering without putting E on herself. She just takes a lot of damage. Will take the whole brunt of Malzahar's ulti, but will survive. Meanwhile, Ilawi teleporting there. I don't know why exactly Ilawi teleported there, which could just walk down. Ilawi will deal some damage to Y, but she's pretty low herself. Y is turning around. She takes an unfortunate turret hit. That was really unfortunate and will die. Honestly, at this point, VPG are making a lot of mistakes, and every mistake they make, they're getting punished from the side of Instinct.
Echo is right now, trying to clean everything up. Most of the kills, all participations in the kills that Instinct Esports has right now is from the Echo. So good job to the Echo, CJ Bradlife, Malzahar, Morgana. I like what this Morgana is doing on this pick. I'm guessing why there were all the target bans were all onto that Morgana. So we can see why Instinct Esports feared this player 14K rip. And it's an absolute joy because you see this Vi is playing so aggressively, but things aren't exactly working out for the Vi. But Morgana is always there to step in and try to make it worthwhile. Vi does have all participation, so she basically died for the greater good every single time. And I would like to ask you, what do you think about the bot lane situation right now? You know, Jinx is a kill up, the CS is pretty similar for all lanes. Bot lane is just, not much is happening bot lane, and it's very different because for all the other games, we saw a lot of action happening in the bot lane.
Oh, meanwhile, there's Echo coming in top again. Ilawi will land the ulti, will land an E. That's a lot of damage. And Bradlife will get another kill. This is why you should ban champions if someone is really adept playing on them. Bradlife is known for his Echo. He's played a lot of Echo in the past. And they not respecting his Echo, not banning it is definitely something's not paying off. Meanwhile, Y comes in from behind, will deal some damage to Echo. Echo will pop this hourglass, and Y will just decide to back off as she could have skirmished for a bit maybe because there was a Morgana also coming in. She will lose her red buff. Echo will take that very happily, and that will put Y behind even more. So now they're even invading in the jungle, really not giving them breathing space. But at the same time, Y will now rotate bot. They're trying to take this dragon. Meanwhile, a TP coming in from the side of Instinct Esports. Grom lands that ulti. Taric will ulti. Red team will take the dragon, however. And Jinx coming in from behind. They're trying to deal damage. Y locks into the Jinx. Jinx will fall down. Maza tries to turn it around. Will light the ulti on the Y. Will kill him. Will get a double kill from Taric. Actually gets it stolen from Grom, and then Echo tries to come in from the side. That flash was really not necessary. Morgana had walked out the distance of W. But we also see Jax split pushing meanwhile up top. So that was a 2-for-1 trade, but Jax might get way more platings up top for that.
Yes, indeed. You know, you see the goal score is, never mind the 7-4, but the goal difference, there's barely any difference at this point. You know, Jax being able to get all these solo platings is gonna help him get that Triforce, that Titanic Hydra that he's trying to build. 0-2-1, that's okay for him. He's gotten 4 plates, he's going to be fine, but we cannot forget that Ilawi has 1 full item right now, and she can shred Jax. So both sides is really a case of who is going to come out at the top, and now an engage is happening at the bottom.
Engage is happening, a beautiful stun coming in from Taric, but they've turned it around. Taric, I don't think he has that ulti. Lucian will pop that heal and Taric will be able to go. Meanwhile, top lane, Jax was just waiting for Ilawi to walk in. Ilawi will pop his ulti. There's Vi also coming in, so now the tides are turning on Ilawi. All this while Jax was capped. Ilawi with so much damage from Tentacle will kill the Jax. Ilawi taking off that heal. Oh. Will he be able to kill Vi? Almost, but Vi takes that kill in revenge. It's Ilawi playing that really beautifully, getting that 1 kill in a 2v1 situation. So 1-for-1 trade-off, very worth. Meanwhile, Bradlife is going mid. Beautiful E by Morgana, blocking that stun. Malzahar's E will follow up, gets a shutdown on Morgana, and they get the first turret that's up mid. So now we can officially say, oh, it's also replied by a turret up top. It's a very close game happening right now. Almost a 1k gold lead, which is absolutely nothing. So this is a very close game happening, 15-minute mark, and you can't pick a clear favorite. That's what's exciting, and that's what we were expecting from this game.
Yes, it's so even, you know. Instinct Esports getting a tower in mid, but then it didn't work out in top lane, and VP Gaming got a tower at top. It feels so balanced. It feels so balanced, but you know, looking at the level comparison and everything, you only have Echo that's 1 level above the Vi. You have Instinct Esports with 1k gold difference. It's very close. Very close. And I felt that, you know, if Jax would have waited for his stun to come up early, and to engage on that Ilawi, Jax would have, you know, made that fight more worthwhile. But truly, truly exciting. So now looking at the whole map, we see both teams, they're trying to figure out what their strategy is. Looking at the CS difference, you know, not much over there. The vision, we have Instinct Esports with more vision at the top side of the map, and we have VP Gaming with more visions on the bot side of the map. Anthracite, I'd love to ask you right now, what do you think the plan should be for Instinct Esports to continue having that lead? And we see a fight breaking out right now.
Meanwhile, there's a fight breaking out. Y coming in very heavy on that Jinx. Will get that kill. Also, the Taric ulti, so they will turret dive. They will also get the kill on the Braum. So there's a double game coming in for Lucian. That's very important. There's a TP also coming in. Bot lane. Mazhar also there. Will Mazhar will flash in longer ulti on the Jinx. He will die. And we see SWAT flashing in and ulting. That flash was honestly necessary, but that does count for a flashy play. He'll get one kill. Death will get another kill on the Jax. They're still continuing. They're still being relentless. Y turns around. Will gets a kill on Malzahar. So they're just trading right now. Y will die to that Ilawi. Ilawi is really strong right now. Meanwhile, Bradlife is just split pushing that top lane. And so much is happening in the game right now. But now we can finally say Instinct Esports are going more ahead than they should.
Just as we were speaking on what the win conditions was for Instinct Esports, they managed to turn a 4v5 in the bot lane and took the upper hand from VP Gaming. Now, Instinct Esports, they know what they're doing. The way they coordinated that fight, the way they pulled back and forth and just controlled it, wait for their cooldowns. We saw a great display of team macro, team fighting ability from Instinct Esports in the bot lane. Having one player split pushing and 4 of them winning a 4v5 situation. That has just brought Instinct Esports to the top. They've got 2 towers, 2k goal lead, not that much, but Instinct Esports, they're definitely dominating. They're dominating way above VP Gaming.
That's very true. Right now, Control going on the Dragon. They're trying to fight the Dragon with the Mountain Drake. Mountain Drake shouldn't be going uncontested. The poke coming from VP Gaming. And the Y comes in from side, steals it, will deal a lot of damage to that Ilawi. Ilawi ultis, will regenerate HP, will survive. Jax going in, will kill that Ilawi. There's a fight breaking down. Jax is dealing damage to CJ Bradley. CJ Bradley will ulti, will try to turn it around with the Jax. Jax is now caught in a very sticky situation. Will he be able to get a return kill on Braum? No, he isn't. And at this point, VPG will back off. A 2-for-1 trade, but he did manage to steal the Mountain Drake. So both Drakes are now on side of VPG. Was it worth it, Apple?
It's most definitely worth for them, because you see, if the Mountain Drake would have gone to Instinct Esports, that would just enable them to get more towers much easier, get the Baron that will be coming up in less than a minute. That was actually a good steal. 2-for-1? I don't think, well, 2-for-1, you know, it did set a bigger goal gap, but I think it was worth. I call worth. I call worth on that. You know, right now VP Gaming, they just have to get everything together, come together for a team fight, catch, you make use of that Morgana binding, make use of that Taric invulnerability to stop the damage over time coming from Instinct Esports.
Well, 2-for-1, but they also traded the bot tier 3 turret for the mid tier 2 turret, and that gives sort of the Baron priority to Instinct Esports. So now the decision looks a little questionable. Morgana still poking to that Braum. Braum shield is so strong when it comes against Morgana. He'll be safe. CJ Bradlife is very ahead. We see Jinx also starting to complete items, and Lucian is looking scary. So game plan from now on. What do you think? Should they just let Jax split push, or should they try to team fight, because it's not working for them right now?
Right now, if they look at the pattern of Instinct Esports, I feel that, well, Jax, if they were timing the teleports, Jax and Ilawi, their teleports are around on the same cooldown. The solo laners, more specifically the top laners, they should always be mirroring each other, making sure that they don't lose towers on the side lanes, especially the fact that Jax can do that. Jax needs to watch sticking with the team so much. But at this point, a 5v5 situation for both teams, if they can gather themselves 5v5, whoever comes out on top on the fight will be able to get a whole lot of objectives next. I like the fact that VP Gaming has all the vision in the top side of the map close to the Baron. They know where to ward. VP Gaming knows what to do. Right now, Instinct Esports, they got to clear the vision. They got to start gaining control again. It's still very, very 50-50 to me at this point. If Morgana, right now I feel, which is the star player of VP Gaming, she has the ability to make the game go completely different for themselves. And right now we're in a pause. I think we're going to resume very, very soon. As you always say, Anthracite, you know, it's customary to have a pause in every single game.
Oh, most definitely, it's customary. Uh, I mean, League of Legends India, you're supposed to have pause, and again, Bangladeshi teams playing each other, we've always faced the battle ping issue. It's sort of unfortunate, but it's quite necessary, honestly. And also looking at now the items, Illawi is started to turn into that battle boss. So that's very scary. Morgana landing that binding. Bradlife will try to go inside, but they will just be like, we'll trade a few hits and walk off. Brom, I don't know why he actually popped his ulti. Maybe it was a panic R button press, but it's sort of okay. So looking at the items right now, both ADCs have almost 2 items completed. Lucian is a bit ahead, but Jinx, keep in mind Jinx is a late game AD carry, so the more farm she gets, late game she's definitely way more strong than a Lucian. Jax is very behind. He really needs to step up. He's a full item behind almost. And CJ Bradlife initiates on the Morgana. He will land a stun on the Y. And he's going back. He's dealt a lot of burst damage to Morgana. Morgana will flash out. There's an exhaust coming in on Y. Bradlife will follow him. His E will be up shortly. He will be able to kill the Y. And is that a flash R from Malzahar? Yes, that's a flash R. Again, he will get a kill. SWAT, meanwhile, fighting Saber bot. He will deal a lot of damage from E. That's a lot of damage. Echo doesn't have the smite this starting to Baron, but that's okay. The enemy jungler is dead as well. And yeah, like you were saying, it's a free Baron.
It's a free Baron for Instinct Esports. Perfect catch on both the jungler and the mid laner, making them waste flash at the same time. This was an extremely good trade for Instinct Esports. You see the culling coming in from Lucian. Is he going to be able to steal? Not a chance, but Braum does go down. That was a great pickup for the Lucian right there. Good display of skill, 14K XO, but not quite as good as Instinct Esports taking out the mid laner and the jungler and securing a free Baron for themselves.
That's very true. Instinct Esports played that really beautifully. Echo landing with stun going up mid. Tarek will return stun in. And honestly, VPG are still trying to push into them, even though they have a Baron buff. Maybe they should respect the Baron buff, go behind a bit, and but at the same time they were able to trade their Baron with the Mountain. So if they can just hold this Baron power play, they still have 2 Mountain Drakes, which means they still deal a lot of damage to those turrets. So they still need to like wait this game out a little more.
Yes, indeed. So I like the fact that VP Gaming, you know, they are still sticking to objectives. They haven't completely given up. They still see the dragon. Usually, most of the times when teams are behind, they don't even bother about Drakes. They're just so worried about CS and defending and things like that. But they are still looking for opportunities where they can excel, like taking the Drakes away from Instinct Esports. So now we see Instinct Esports, 3 of them, 4 of them in fact now, all grouped up in the mid lane, looking to push a tower. Illawi is in the bottom lane, trying to get that tier 2, and that's a brilliant ulti.
That's a beautiful engage ulti coming in. He will QSS, escape that, and that's a flash coming in from Echo. He will get BOTRK. Lucian will be able to walk off that, but they do get the tier 2 turret. So a lot of resources wasted on the Lucian, but it does manage to survive. Now they're going for the tier 3 turret. Echo also going in again. He will deal some damage before Bradlife decides to back out. But that will also mean they take the inhibitor turret on the side of VPG. Bradlife going in with another engage. He will use his Sonya's Hourglass. That's an ulti pop from Tariq. But as soon as Tariq's ulti ends, they end up getting 2 kills. They will get the third. They are now going to the Tariq. Tariq is taking a lot of damage. Brom will die to the turret. Meanwhile, you see, Jack split pushing. Jack solo killed Lilawi is split pushing. He will get another inhibitor. So it's still a very close game. Jinx will get executed. That's a Baron power play coming in. Will they get Nexus turret? Jax is still backing off. He just came out. Now the back's being pinged. Death is way ahead than he should be. Death turns it around. Will deal a lot of burst damage. Will use the Zonyas, but will eventually die. Will he? Yes, he dies, but he gets a return kill on Jax as well. This is still a very close game. And oh my god, they just traded inhibitors. This game is going absolutely.
Oh no, the inhibitor is still up for Instinct Esports. But that's completely fine. You know, it was good that Jax did that split. He still managed to dominate Ilaoi. This is the thing. Jax has a Shojin and has Triforce. Jax knows his conditions. And if VP Gaming can just try and hold, because now there's no Baron, there won't be Baron for the next 4 minutes at least. VP Gaming can hold their remaining towers and defend. They just got to give up the tier 2 at top, defend the base towers. VP Gaming still has a chance. Now, I felt that Instinct Esports, you know, they went in very, very ham. They could have ended that game. They could have just focused on the towers and whatnot. But Instinct Esports, they knew that the mid laner, the jungler, didn't have flash. Echo made Lucian pop the flash as well. They knew that they could engage there. I love the way this Echo is playing. You know, that was his first death. But the way he's playing and engaging, right now to me, he's the MVP. Because he's leading Instinct Esports as a jungler to victory. And now we see Instinct Esports grouping. A fight is going to fight again.
And that's a fight breaking out. From will ulti, they will get an illusion of Fear of the Shadow, deal some damage. Fear of the Shadow will pop his ulti. Bright Life is behind enemy territory. Meanwhile, White tries to dump on Jinx. Jinx will turn around, get a kill. 14K Rip gets a kill on that Ilaoi. But they did take a lot of damage, so VPG will have to back off. They do get the inhibitor turret. They will be able to get this inhibitor as well. And now they can decide to go mid. Mid turret is also very low. Jack's trying to go ahead. But they will try to back off beautifully. And that's a really good side step. Jack coming in. He will miss that stun. From W also trade. They are trying to still hard engage, not letting them back off. But the Jinx E will create a sort of a divide. They walk off, they get the top inhibitor turret and the inhibitor as well. So Instinct Esports with a really nice rotation.
My skin is absolutely crawling right now. Instinct Esports just took that inhibitor, lost one member, but took the life of the jungler in VP Gaming, and then they're just backing off now. You know, the next dragon is coming up. It's an Ocean Drake. You know, it's not going to be too much, but if they are going to play the strategy where they put Ilaoi in a side lane with that extra Ocean Drake that they can pick up now, it's going to be great for them. It is so good. We see them pinging on the mini-map. You know, Baron's about to come up. Instinct Esports, very, very good move. VP Gaming is still doing their best to get themselves back into the game. If they can push both their side waves out, time it correctly, and find a good time to intercept this Baron, considering that they do have 2 Mountain Drakes, and if they just put all that damage in there, they still can come back. That, I feel, is the condition for VP Gaming right now. The Baron is being stunted, is less than half health. Is anything going to happen here? They're trying to take... Instinct Esports is trying to take away the vision. Here comes the Kali.
Oh my god, why gets a steal? And he will die. Was it worth it? I think it was. They will be able to delay the game. They can finally defend because they now have the Baron buff on their minion. They will be able to drag this on for a bit. That was a really, really clutch steal coming in from Y. Echo missing that smite, but what we forgot is while they were doing this, they are attacking the base. So the Nexus is exposed, Nexus is taking damage, all 3 inhibitors are down, and even the Baron Steel might not be able to save the game. Meanwhile, Brom being caught, he will just be burst out. Echo going in behind, Jax trying to jump on the Jinx. Visible to take down. He does take down the Jinx. SWAT will go in and they will all die. It's an ace coming in from the side of VGX and they're turning the game around.
Oh my god, my skin is absolutely crawling. Something happened and they gotta pause the game. That was brilliant. We were just talking about the win conditions and what VP Gaming can do to get themselves back into the game. They got the Baron. They lost all their inhibitors, but we know that Baron goes on a 6-minute cooldown. That means when the next Baron comes up, now the Ocean Drake is still up. By the time the next Baron comes up, by the time the Elder Drake comes up, all the inhibitors will be up for VP Gaming. I am just in absolute shock. This is what you call comebackable. We've been talking about this in all the other matches. This is VP Gaming showing that every game is comebackable. They are running it down the mid lane now with the well-deserved Baron buff by Dumble, who managed to get the Baron right out of Instinct Esports' hands.
So if you look at the scoreline, it's 25-9, but VPG still have the gold advantage. They are in the gold lead. I don't know how this is happening, but they are in the gold lead. They have 3 dragons. They're taking in another dragon. That will give them 2 ocean, 2 mountain. Definitely something which will help them extend the game. Definitely which will help the Jax with more split pushing, so they couldn't have asked for perfect dragons. RNG is also on their side at the moment, and Jax is now finally fat. He went into 4 people, killed that Jinx last game, and that is so worth. The game is still not over. It's still very close. In fact, too close for comfort. What are your thoughts? Do you think VPG can turn this around completely and win the game from this?
VPG is now leading in gold. VPG just turned the tides of that. They killed Instinct Esports at a great time where they could take all the gold. They got the Baron gold as well. It's perfect for them. Absolutely perfect. You see, Jax has his flash up now. Tariq has his flash up, and so does Vi. If Tariq, Vi, and Jax plan how they use this, while also the Lucian and Morgana understanding that they have to keep themselves safe, they could all in the Jinx. The Jinx with the rapid fire cannon, the Runans, the Infinity Edge, they can take Jinx out. They can turn the fight. So right now, for Instinct Esports, I don't know how it's looking. You know, if Echo makes too much of a desperate play, he could draw the fight as well. So it's very even. You know, VP Gaming has all the dragons.
Echo engaging in on Jax. He will have to Zhonya's. There's a ulti coming in from Grom. Jax gets exhausted. They're focusing all the resources on Jax, but there's an ulti coming in from Tariq. Y will get a kill. They're still fighting. Meanwhile, behind there is a Lavi. He will pop the ulti, but he will die. Echo will also die. There's a whole fight being turned around. Y will now chase the Brom. And that's another ace. There's a triple kill coming in for Y, and VPG are on top of this. They might just run it down, push mid, and they will be able to get 3 inhibitors at least. So this game is now very balanced. This game is so nail-biting, and we would just see VPG turn the tides around and win from this point. What are your thoughts on that?
Absolutely brilliant. VP Gaming vanquished Paradox Gaming 14K. That is the name of the team, showing that it is most definitely comebackable. Round of 16s, they want to get into the quarters. They want to get through. You see Jax just hitting the inhibitor. The inhibitors are going to respawn, you know. 2 inhibitors of VP Gaming is already up. Now it's the last one, and we know the inhibitor is going to respawn before the Baron comes, before the Elder Drake comes. Right now, I know Instinct Esports is absolutely shaking. They are shaking in their shoes. What was supposed to be a game for them, you know, they were leading all through the early and mid game, and now in the late game, they're losing out. Looking at the items, everything is pretty much balanced. You know, everybody is getting into their fourth item, coming into building like one of their last items as well. It is very balanced. Looking at the goal difference, you know, VP Gaming now has the upper hand. Their base is safe. They have a vision ward very nicely strategically placed in their base. You can also see everybody look. VP Gaming has a sneaky ward in there. Jax has teleport, so Jax can also go in, you know, go in and backdoor. He can XP them. So What's gonna happen now? I have no clue.
And honestly, the dragons they have are two ocean, what do you call mountains. So that's even more perfect for Jax to backdoor it. We see a Baron is gonna come up in the next 30 seconds to 1 minute, and they're starting to prep for the Baron. Honestly, with 2 mountain drakes, they'll be able to shut down the Baron damn easily. So this is the point where they really fight. Jax decides to back, so will Vi. They will both get items, and they will now contest this Baron. They will either fight around this Baron, they will fight for this Baron, or they'll start the Baron. So let's see how it's going. There's also Elder Drake being marked out. Honestly, at this point, if VPG decides to just leave Baron and take the Elder Drake, that will also do the most amount of work for them. Top turret being pushed because of the super minions. They have to go. Start to reply. Ilavis goes top. Red team will take the Baron Nashor very safely. Bradlight going in. Supper will jump on that Jinx. He will be able to take it down. Death will also die, and they will fall like a house of cards. 4 deaths, 5 deaths, and
They're
ace.
gonna take it.
And they're gonna take it. VP Gaming move to the quarterfinals. They win this game. Very nail-biting game. What a turnaround. And I am just so oh my god, I'm just out of words. What a turnaround. What a nail-biting game until the last very moment, and extremely well played from the sides of VPG. I would now hand over the mic to Apollonia to say the final.
Wow, the biggest mistake I felt that Instinct Esports did was not keep their AD carry safe. VP Gaming, the Lucian was safe, the Morgana shield, the Tarek invulnerability. VP Gaming played an overall better team fight in a 5v5 situation, and Instinct Esports, good try, but GG, well played. Congratulations for making it into the next round, VP Gaming. So everybody, thank you for watching. If you want to follow the tournament progress, you can on www.legion.lenovo.com. We'll be back with more matches tomorrow. There's going to be a whole lot more streams coming. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, which is the Legion Gaming India's YouTube channel, where all of our broadcasts will happen. They also have regular gaming content with some of the biggest names in gaming from around India. We'll be so happy to catch all of you again. Do come by. Thank you for keeping the chat active. I am Apollonia, one of your shoutcasters, and thank you, Anthracite, for joining us today.
Thank you guys for joining us. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Signing out.
To the untrained eye, you look like everyone else. But you have another side. Embrace it with a machine that's worthy of you. Stylish on the outside, savage on the inside. Legion by Lenovo, powered by Intel Core i7 processors.
Think she can't get a last-second clutch? Watch this. Think he can't carry his team while streaming in high resolution? All the while recording a once-in-a-lifetime win? Watch this. Think leveling up only happens in-game? Watch this. On Intel Core i7, they'll rise to every challenge. Now it's your turn. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.